Welcome to Dobby's Repairs. I'm Dobby the Fixing Elf, and this is what's in my toolbox, the series where I show you the tools I use to repair cars and fix things. So let's find out what's in my toolbox today. And in this instalment, we have the 6-piece glow plug set from, glow plug removal set from Toolzone. So quite cheap and quite affordable little set of sockets. We have 6 different sizes. We have an 8, a 9, a 10, a 12, a 14, and 16. That covers most glow plugs I've come across. I haven't come across any other sizes. To be fair, normally it's either 8 or 12 for me I come across in the cars I've worked on. I need to remove glow plugs from. And obviously glow plugs are notoriously difficult to remove. And any added advantage you can get to remove them is definitely helpful. The tip I always use is soak them really well in penetrating fluid, like this. Absolutely soak them. If you can get the engine hot, sometimes the car won't start because you've got bad glow plugs. If you get the engine running, run it up to temperature, and then just take your time, work them back and forth. It's really helpful these sockets because you can get into the really tight spots without having to remove too much, so it makes life a bit easier. So we'll grab a couple of them. We'll grab the 8mm up first. So this is the 8mm. They hold up fairly well to the usually are 3/8 drive, so you need all your standard 3/8 hardware and extensions and stuff to give you extra room, and they work really well. They slot in really nicely. You do have a little, I'll show you actually, because on the 12mm it's come out. So I'll grab the 12mm quickly. So on the 12mm they have these little rubber retaining rings. They don't like to stay in, they do like to come out with the glow plug. So for instance, here's a glow plug I removed recently. I'll show you the footage of me removing this glow plug later in the video. But yeah, they do like to pop on. The idea is they pop on and then they hold it when you pull it out, which makes it really easy. So you can see glow plug don't have much thread, but they can get really stuck. Especially in alley heads, it's like some sort of corrosion that I'm not going to try and butcher. But yeah, alley heads and glow plugs don't mix and they can get really stuck in there. So like, as I said, WD-40 or penetrating fluid, lots of heat, either get the engine running or use a blowtorch if you've got the access to get there. Heat them up, take your time, so work them back and forth, so a quarter turn back. If you hear noise and creaking, it's okay. If you feel binding, stop, go back, more WD-40, more heat if you can, and just take your time and you'll get them out without snapping them off and breaking them off, because that's a whole other nightmare. We don't be dealing with them, but yeah, they use these little rubber retaining rings, as I said, and they stick on here. Hook normally around here, and then when you pop them in, I can get it in there hopefully. They sort of do work when they actually work. You can actually get them to hold on. This is what they're meant to do, but when you pull them out, they often come out with it. So just bear that in mind. That is one downside to them. I would have preferred them to be magnetic, but depending on what the glow plug's made of, it might not work. Yeah, they both pop in there. There's a little recessed groove. I don't know if you guys can see that with the light here. Just down here. Let me grab one of the bigger ones actually, and I'll show you on the bigger one with the groove sits. You can put them back in. I have done it a few times. Just on there, if I can get the light right. You see it just down the bottom there? Let me just quickly use the glow plug to, maybe that's not going to be too big. A little pen that'll do. See this little pen, just here is where the glow plug is, the glow plug rubber is, seriously. And they work really well, and obviously you've got 16mm, and they've got these lovely little swivels on them that work really well. They feel fairly tight. They've certainly, this is actually the 14, but yeah, they hold up really well. And yeah, they work great. You can also use them for other jobs if you need to. Anyway, you can get a swivel in if you've got a particular one of these sizes, and they do hold up really well. They do get a bit marked up, as you can see this one's a bit chipped and damaged from where I snuck it in down the back. You'll see in the video I'm going to show you in a moment. But yeah, they also come in this really nice case to keep them all nicely together. And yeah, you work really well for that. I don't know where I put that even, I'll put some up, but he's been distracted. Oh, it's gone. Stop getting distracted by an alien. They're going fairly well, they work really well. For what they do, I like the fact that they've got the swivels, and obviously put an extension on. You'll see that I'm using extension in the footage I'm going to show you in just a bit. Yeah, they're really nice, and obviously different sizes for different jobs. I mainly use the 12 and 8. The 10 is common, but not as common as the 12 and 8 in my opinion. I have used the 16. I've used the 14 once. But yeah, the 16 is a really nice chunky socket. And it goes in there fairly well. And yeah, wherever you need to get them. Normally there's more access if you've got bigger sockets. I think there's slightly more bigger engines than the ones I work on. Yeah, probably for the 2 litre pluses. I normally work on most of the cars I work on are up to 2 litre. Sometimes a bit higher if I'm working on a Mercedes. But even saying that, the Mercedes I last worked on I only had a 14, so I wouldn't do bad. Last time I needed to remove any glow plugs on them anyway. And of course, these are great for getting the access because glow plugs are normally tucked away either on the exhaust manifold side, so sort of down the back of the engine, sometimes on the front. On certain Hondas I know they're on the front, that's quite nice. It's on the diesel Nissans they're on the front and they're fairly easy to get to. And again, you just want to be able to get in there because they're normally set at sort of an angle like this. So you just want to stick in that and then you can just use this with your extension and as you twist. I'm not sure if I can actually come out, but yeah, I use this with all like my standard hand ratchets. You don't want to use an electric ratchet because you don't have the control. Although you can, if you're really stuck, use your impact gun on a very light setting, like the Sealy impact gun I use, the little 3/8 one. If you just gently pull the trigger, you can just get a nice little knocking. So just the hammer taps it, and it just helps break them loose. That's another good tip. I haven't shown you that in this video. Maybe in the future when I have to, I will show you that in the video. But the last set of glow plugs I removed, the ones that I used footage from for this, they were particularly easy to get out really, considering for glow plugs. I didn't break any of them off, they all come out relatively straightforward. And the car I was working on a Vauxhall Mariva, and it had DPF issues caused by these. Glow plugs can cause a lot of issues, especially on modern diesels. It's well worth having the tools to remove them and make your life easier. I'm going to show you that footage now, and then we'll come back and I will give you my final thoughts. So here we are working on Vauxhall Mariva, and as you see I'm just sneaking in the glow plug with an extension on it and a ratchet. It is easy without the ratchet on it, but I have the ratchet on already, so before I start. Yeah, as you can see, just want to start off nice and gently. Like I said, I'm just using a hand ratchet so I can have more control and feel over it. Yeah, you just gently work it. And after a little while, you'll get freer. Obviously you get stuck, just go back and put some more penetrating fluid on it. Once you get to a certain point, you can pluck it out by hand, as you see here. Just finish the last few threads off by hand. The more stuck ones are a bit harder to get out. If the O-ring was working, it would have pulled out nicely. It was a bit more difficult, so I had to get a little magnet and just pluck it out. Yeah, that's how they work. They work fairly straightforward on these glow plugs. And there's the glow plug out. So now you've seen these guys in action in real life and not just me talking about them. See how useful they are for getting these things out. They work really well, as I said. I'm just going to move on to my final thoughts in just a moment. I just want to say, if you're new here, consider dropping a like and subscribing. And if you've got any tools you want me to try out or get hold of and review, let me know down in the comments. None of my videos are sponsored, and I try and do any viewer suggestions as quickly as possible. Obviously I just need to make sure I test them properly and give them a proper good workout in the environment I work in. So if you make a suggestion, I will do my best to get them out as quickly as possible. And yeah, subscribe so you don't ever miss another video. Obviously do repair videos as well. They've been a bit sparse at the moment. I'm hoping to get some more out very soon. I've got lots of different vehicles repairs filmed up. I just haven't had the time to edit them up and get them out. So they will be out fairly soon. Hopefully I'll start getting a load more videos out for you. So I'll be back to 2 videos a week. At the moment we've just been on one because life's been getting in the way. It's been very busy and very hot here in the UK. We're just about to go into another heat wave at the time of recording. But yeah, that's me mumbling now. Let's move on to my final thoughts. And this is a really handy little set of glow plug sockets. They are really nice. The only thing I don't like about them is the fact that the O-rings come out fairly easily, and it just gets annoying, especially if you're trying to pluck them out as you We'll see when I release the glow plug video in its full entirety that I end up using pliers to get them out because the O-ring just got stuck. That is the only downside to them. I like the way the knuckles move. They do move fairly easily and fairly well. And they seem to hold up and seem to be fairly stiff despite, you have to put a fair amount. You don't want to put too much, ever put too much torque on a glow plug because they will snap off. So just nice and gentle. What do you want to do? Just work them out slowly, as I've said many times in this video. But yeah, I'm going to give these a spanner score now. Again, if you're new here, I give all the tools I review a spanner score between 1 and 5. And 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. I mean, 1's still a passable score, but there's caveats. There's a little thing on the channel that explains my spanner score if you want to check it out. But yeah, if you're not new here, obviously you know what the spanners will be popping up now. So I'm going to give this a 3 spanner rating. They're a really nice set, really good. Obviously the shortcomings of the O-ring is a bit of a problem. And there probably are definitely better sets out, but for the price and the affordability of them, if you're only doing glow plugs in your own car, or maybe a few members of your family or friends, definitely well worth picking them up. And yeah, they do work really well, and obviously I've used them quite extensively. I've probably done about, I don't know, 40 sets of glow plugs with these, and they do hold up fairly nicely. They don't go loose, which is nice. Again, I do go really gentle with them. I don't want to, I definitely want to whack and impact them too regularly. You can do a little bit of impacting on them, but obviously not made for impacting, so be careful because they can shatter. But overall, they're a really nice set and definitely worth picking up if you're looking for an affordable set of glow plug sockets. And a huge thank you to my Fixing Club members Rodney, Jason, Sebi and Mr. R. Thank you for support, it really helps me and the channel out. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps both the channel and me out. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I post 2 videos a week, so by subscribing, you'll never miss a thing. Got any questions or suggestions? Drop a comment down below, and I'll do my best to reply to everyone. Here at Dobby Repairs, we're all about helping you learn how to work on your vehicle safely and showing you don't need to spend a fortune on tools to get the job done. Want to support the channel further? Become a member, starting at just 99p. Members get perks like early access to videos and more exclusive content. Keep fixing, and I'll see you in the next one.